Hi, I'm Dennis Phillips, and welcome to Everyday Reloading and Shooting. All right, welcome back to the channel. Once again, we're at the Georgia Gun Club's 100-yard indoor rifle range, and today I'm taking on somewhat of a challenge. In the description below, there's a link to a playlist where I did load development on my 6.5 Creedmoor, doing seating depth and charge weights and velocity tests. And I got to where on the last time out, I shot a 5-shot group at 0.26 inches with a 0.10 mean radius, covering an area of 0.09, 9 to the inch. And so the comment from the viewer, he said, now prove that you can do that again by shooting a 10-shot group. So what I'm going to do is I'm once again shooting the 140 ELD Hornady bullet in a 6.5 Creedmoor, and I'm shooting 40.7 grains of H4350 powder. These should be traveling at around 2,600 feet per second. But I'm going to shoot 5 fouling shots, and I'm going to shoot 10 of this same charge weight. These are all seated at 2.179 inches cartridge-based ogive, and we're going to see what we can do with 10 shots here. All right, so as always, you're welcome to enjoy the music when I fast forward through my shooting. This one should be a little faster than normal. So we'll play a little bank robbery getaway while we do this. All right, let's see what the naysayers have to say about this. So this was a fouling group. There was no adjustment made to the scope after these 5 shots. I believe we shot one high, then one low, then another one low, and then the last 2 high. So that's kind of where it seemed to be centered, was about right here. Although this group is centering a little bit lower, maybe because of the barrel heating up. But this was the number 9th shot. And you see on the chronograph that I have an average of 2637 foot per second, really 2638. The max was 2655.8. So that was almost a full 20 foot per second faster than the average. That was this shot right here. That was my 9th shot. So something was a little bit off about that. Maybe the seating depth, case length, or something. I think I measured these all the same. Maybe just the barrel gods distributing the impacts as they see fit. But we will take these home, measure these. I'm guessing the extreme spread on that's probably 1.25 inches, maybe thereabouts, maybe 1.33 inches. But the mean radius is going to have a pretty tight mean radius here. That's probably going to be, I guess, maybe a 1/2 inch mean radius or close to it, maybe a little bit less. 0.3 is what I really look for on these. But anyway, we'll take these home, measure these with a Hornady ballistics app, and get back to you. Okay, on my previous video entitled Load Development for 6.5 Creedmoor, a W5RR2NG wrote, "Nice 5-shot group. Now you have to verify it next time with the 10-shot group for the naysayers." Okay, WRRN It sounds like Warren, maybe. I don't know, but I'll call you Warren. Warren? All right. I had to take you up on your challenge, and here are the results. I've chronographed these, and I've also measured these using the Hornady Ballistics app. So this was a 140 grain ELD match bullet loaded at 40.7 grains of H4350 powder. These are all loaded at 2.179 cartridge based ogive. I checked the cases and made sure they were all the same length. I measured the bullets and I separated the bullets so that the ones that I was using were all the same length, because there was some variation, as much as 5 or 6 thousandths variation in those. So tried to be as consistent as possible. Use the Hornady Auto Charge Pro to charge the cases. Not quite as good as I would have liked. It's not a ragged one-hole group like the last time, but it is a very good performing load. Okay, and so we had a velocity, an average velocity of 2,634 feet per second with an extreme spread of 43.4 and a standard deviation of 10.2. So pretty pleased with that. And for 10 shots, now anytime you shoot more than 3 or 5 shots, you can expect that group to open up. And I know there's a lot of shooters out there that for them, they say that group doesn't open up. They're just as consistent at 10 as they are at 3 or 5. And I've never found that to be true for me. But I did have one flyer down here that pulled the group down a bit. But with 10 shots, I've got an extreme spread of 1.32 and a mean radius of 0.48. It's been a while since I talked about that, but basically what happens here is with this software, what it does, the program calculates an average point of impact for that group, and then it measures the distance from that center to each shot, and then it averages those distances, and that's your mean radius. So you could say your average group size is 2 times your mean radius, which at 0.48 would give me an average group size of 0.96. So just under an inch average on 10 shots is not too bad. Minus the, and there was an area, if you look at the width of the group times the height, there's an area of 1.38 inches. If you take that flyer out of the equation, you now have an extreme spread of 1.06 on 9 shots with a mean radius of 0.44, which would give you an average group size of 0.88, and it's covering an area of 1 inch. If you look at the width times the height, you've got a 1 inch area there. So anyway, so Warren G, I accepted your challenge. I didn't get a one-hole group, but I think that looks pretty dang good to see how those 10 are clustered together there. All right, thanks so much. Just goes to show that I do pay attention to those of you who comment, and sometimes I do take you up on your challenges and suggestions. So thanks everyone for your input. Thank you for watching. I like to interact with everyone that comments, so please leave your ideas, thoughts, questions, suggestions below. And I hope you will also like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.